Keenan Shanholtz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty, and today we're in Romney, West Virginia, in Hamilton Estates. This property's 6.56 acres, and it doesn't really have a lot number. It's known and described as the Residue of Hamilton Estates. I'm not sure the story behind that, but it's not a numbered lot. There's a sign out there on the tree that says lot 41. There's really no lot 41, but I think the developer just numbered it so they knew how to reference the lot. But I'll show you what we got here. So we're right here. As you can see, there's a driveway and there was a pad here, but this aerial is not updated because the current owner has cleared all of this from the lower pad that was originally here up to where I'm at now. So I'd say there's probably a good half acre of this lot that's been cleared, and this has just been done. This would be your build site in here, and that's the lower pad or the original pad down there. You know, you could obviously pull a camper in here right now, you know, and start using this lot. The electricity's right here at the road. We'll walk over and look at that. But look at the view you got. So you can almost really see about 180 degrees here because the leaves are off the trees, or if you want to take a few more trees right there, you're going to look from there all the way around like this. So it's not quite 180, but it's pretty close. And as you can see, your furthest view there, that is due west. So the sun's going to set right over that mountain right there. Really pretty. I'll show you again here on the map what we got. So we're about right here. There's a point that goes off, and the lot's really situated like this. So this is what it really looks like. So the property line's about 50 yards or so below the lower pad, and it cuts down and goes down over the hill. There's a little creek down here at the bottom, and I'll try to get down there and get a video of that. And there's a road that runs through there down there that's a right-of-way to some properties back in here called Tenacious Drive. And I'll show you that here. Here's the actual plat. So it's Melbourne Properties Residue lot, 6.56 acres. There's the survey. And then here on the assessor's page, you can see the little road down here at the bottom, Tenacious Drive. And that just goes to some properties back in here, but it cuts through the bottom of the lot. You can't see it. It has no effect on the property, you know, where we're at right here, where your building site is and everything. But the owner just had to change the plans. He's just got a septic permit for this lot, so it obviously perks. It's really nice views. We're less than a mile off the paved road right here, so super easy access. Hamilton Estates they sold the original lots in here in like around 2006. So the development's been here about 20 years, and it's on both sides of Fox's Hollow Road, which is the public road. Now, on the other side of Fox's Hollow Road, over there where you see the mountain, that side of Hamilton's way more developed than this side. There's no homes over here that I know of on this side. I don't know if there's maybe 20 lots or so over here that's serviced by this road. Now, the guy next door's got a metal building on that lot, like a pole building. But you see how nice the roads are in here? It's because nobody uses them, you know. Really nice roads. The electric's right here. You know, it's a nice little development. Now, you'll see this would be your right-hand corner. And they got the little signs up, and they named this parcel 41, but once again, it's not 41. It's not a numbered parcel. So, and it goes down almost to the neighbor's building down there. That's about your road frontage here. Mostly all hardwoods and stuff in here. Just look at the mountain there. Here's your here's your corner right here on this side, the right-hand corner, and the line angles down through the woods that way. So the line's starting to go away from you here. But man, it's just so nice. You get a nice view like this without being 5 or 6 miles back in somewhere. The HOA dues in here, only $300 a year, is pretty cheap. Pretty low-key restrictions. And I'll tell you, the owner spent a lot of money getting this ground cleared, more than probably what he should have. But that's what the guy charged him. But they took all the debris out of here. So normally when you would clear off and push off a clearing like this, the excavator would hide the tops and the trees and stuff down over the hill somewhere. They hauled everything out of here, so it's clean as a whistle. That's at least 10 grand for what's here in place. So you got a minimum 10 grand worth of infrastructure and clearing done. Cost him more than that. So you're starting ahead of the game here. You know, like I said, you could pull a camper in here right now. The electric's right there. I mean, it's within 150 feet of where I'm standing here. So short pull for electricity. I believe the septic permits for a conventional septic system here. You know, well, here you're probably looking 400 or 500 foot, something like that. You never know there. It might be 200, it might be 600, but somewhere between 200 and 500 feet I would expect here for a well. So very normal infrastructure cost for this lot. I mean, this is easy. I mean, so much of it's already done. You got a really good start here. Your electric service and a septic could be put in a day's time, and they can drill a well in a day. So if you get the people lined up, you can be fully functional here really quick. Great building site for cabin, great for camper. Super quiet out here. Like I said, less than a mile off the paved road right here, off of Fox's Hollow Road. It's a good one. Come check it out. Keenan Shanholtz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty. Down here in the bottom on the Residue tract of Hamilton Estates. And I think I got this right down here. So it's this lot's kind of weird because like a piece of private ground wraps around two sides of it. And down here in the bottom where I'm at, I just walked right off the hill from that lower pad. And the neighbor here has timbered that's not in a subdivision. And you can see the timber's been cut there. And there's like a little section out of this. It's not very wide down here, but here's Dumpling Run. Now I can't really see any marks down here, but my Onyx has me pretty close, you know. But here's Dumpling Run right here, which there's a nice hole with minnows in it right here. But I think, you know, according to the tax map, you only got about, you know, 75 foot or so here just on the other side of the stream. And you can see it's a pretty deep hole right there. And then it kind of goes over here, and the neighbor's got some stuff down here, the guy that owns the big tract. And then it looks like it goes back, you know, so just like a little stretch through here. And then I'll show you what we got. So here is what I believe is the property line to this side down here. And then you'll see some red paint right here. This is Tenacious Drive down here. So this is the road in the bottom that's a right-of-way. It's a pretty decent road. It goes back to, it services the neighbor's tract here and then another tract beyond it that this road services. But let me show you the post right there. You know, according to the tax map, it goes on the other side of Dumpling Run there just a little bit. I don't know if that's set in the line or what the deal is. But right here is the property line going back up the hill this way towards the building there that the neighbor has. So, I mean, it's pretty down here. Nice woods down here and stuff. You know, I'm going off of what the survey shows there. You know, the tax map says it goes over just on the other side of the stream and then comes back, you know, and I'm assuming this stake here is in line with that because that's in line with the paint and that pretty well jives with what the plat says. So, and there's also, I'll zoom in here. See, there's a posted sign on that tree up there. So that would be about the right distance for it to come across Tenacious Drive down here, go over just on the other side of the stream for about, you know, maybe 75 feet or so, and then come back and head up this way towards, you know, the neighbor's building. And to get down here, that lower pad is just right up there where it daylights out. So you could easy enough make a little ATV path and get right down in here pretty easily. So hopefully that's as clear as mud for everybody, you know, about down here. But that's the best I could figure, and that looks about right based off the plat and everything. So once again, 6.56 acres. The Residue lot in Hamilton Estates, $60,000. A lot of work already done to it. Come check it out. It's going to go quick. Big views, big views.